Hey y'all, it's me. I'm just giving y'all, part two to my Miami Edition blog. Right now I'm walking, um, I'm walking around my undergrad university's campus. I went to a school most of you probably are not aware of, but I'm at St. Thomas University down here in Miami. It's a private, small, but overrated Catholic university. It has about maybe 3,000 students, and I lived on campus my entire time being here in Miami before we had gotten an apartment down here. I'm just reminiscing because so many things have changed here. I don't know how many times you've been, back to your old, university or even high school and you've seen, damn, why didn't they have that shit while I was there? But yeah, this is definitely one of those times. I'm going to give you just a quick, brief tour of, what we did while we was here. I got in a lot of trouble while I was here, a lot of trouble. I'm known as one of the most infamous students of all time. And, yeah, let me give you a little tour really quickly. So, turn around. Right over here is where we went to class at. I had a lot of my day classes over here. I was a criminal justice major. I got my bachelor's in criminal justice and psychology. Um, we had a lot of fun. We used to do the cha-cha slide right over here in that foyer where I'm kind of like pointing the camera to. We did the cha-cha slide over there. We did the freaking juke dances. Y'all up north don't know nothing about that. The juking and the new cha-cha slide and everything else. So we had a wonderful time. Over that way, that building straight ahead that looks kind of like a square, that is the $3 million church that our school decided to put up. Instead of putting up new dorms first, they put up a $3 million church because, like I said, this is a Catholic university, and they had to make sure that they absolutely had the best church here. As we pan, this is the lovely pond. We used to sit out here, and have talks and laugh and joke and just in between class. And this building over here is the library, and I've spent many of nights in there. I actually used to work for the library for about a year and a half, and we had a bunch of fun in there. Got paid and never was really there, but I guess I can say that now because I'm done with the school. Um, where I'm pointing the camera at now, there's a building, a white building behind those palm trees. That is the law school. Yes, even though this school is small and has 3,000 students, it has its own law school, which has about 700 students in it alone. They are, they're ranked. They're fourth tier, but they're ranked. Some law schools aren't ranked, but they're coming up. They've only been a law school for, I think, 15 years now. They've only been a law school, so for them to already be ranked as a fourth tier, they're up and coming, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, that's what that's about. Um, Over yonder, there's a building like where I'm pointing the camera. I know you can't see it, but I don't feel like walking because it's too damn hot over there. But there's also places over there where we used to go to school at, and undergrad classes are held there. But this building over here, where I'm turning to again, they hold the graduate degree programs, PhD programs, and the undergrad night classes were all held here. But I had some day classes here too as well. So the campus is very small. We were all in like this one big square circle like every day, and that's where we pretty much had most of our classes at and stuff and so on and so forth. Um, right now, hello. I am enjoying my time back in my second home, Miami. Um, things have been quite interesting. I've been dealing with some issues pertaining to my cousin. My cousin is a very well-respected human being. I mean, she's gotten her bachelor's. She plans on going back to school for grad school or law school or, whatever the case may be. But she still has those friends that are still from the hood, and she's trying to get out of that, and that brings a lot of drama to her life. And she's got these friends, this one friend, in particular, who is 37 years old. She just had a baby, maybe 4 months ago. He's adorable because he's staying with us in our apartment. And she had the baby by a 24-year-old, somebody my age. And now, she's fighting with the other baby mama because he's got like 3 or 4 different girls pregnant at the same time. And he's fighting with the other baby mama because she wants to be first in his life still, and she keeps using the baby as a shield. And, I was trying to tell her that basically you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. I'm like, honey, you're trying to trap him and be with him, but you gave him everything he needed, so there's no reason for him to work for anything to be with you. You gave up the sex. You give him your car, you give him money, you give him everything. When you give a man everything, he has nothing to inspire to or work for to be in a relationship with you. I keep trying to tell my girlfriend, stop being the fuck of the month and be wifey material. Don't even be girlfriend material. Become wifey material. Because that way, when your ass holds out trust, it gets a lot. I know. It gets a lot. But yeah, I'm dealing with that and helping her out with her situation and so on and so forth. I have a friend down here who works for this private company, and I'm trying to get her a job there to help her situation because right now she doesn't have a place to stay. And, she's 37 and, she's got this baby, and I know she feels kind of like, embarrassed about her situation. But, honey, I told her this is a recession. God is making people shack up, to learn the basics. It's not about what you can buy, what you can afford, different things like that. God is making sure that, we strip down to what's actually what we needed and not all the consumption, the greedy consumption that we want. And that's what usually happens in a recession. People start remembering what's the basic important things in life and start saving money and start this and the third and, helping people hopefully come together. So that's my good deed while I'm down here. Wow. I have, like I said, had a wonderful time being here. I still got about 4 or 5 days left before I head back to New York. And it's just been the absolute most interesting time ever. I met I met somebody interesting whose name is gonna be withheld, and we've been talking back and forth, and they are staying on the beach. They're from California, and it's just been like this dreamy, I don't know, sequence type. I don't know. It feels like Baywatch, or I don't know, like this whole fairy tale. But we've been kicking it, and I'll give you details about that later. And I'm still very, very much involved with, the main one, as I call VA, and that's interesting as well. I'm sorry, I had to stop because I had to wipe my face and stuff like that. And I don't want y'all to see me wiping my face on camera, sweating. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. But anyway, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. What else? Oh, I have some major, major news for y'all, but I'll keep y'all posted about that later. I will hopefully be attending the VMAs again. I attended them when they were down here in Miami in 2004, 2005, and my friend is giving me the hookup again, so I'm so excited. I can't wait. And I guess I'll see you in part 3 because it's hot as hell. I am baking right now. It's literally 95 degrees, and I'm acting like I'm not sweltering, sweat pouring, but I'm doing well. I'll check out in the next part. Bye.